Okay, I'm going to record this. All right. So, hi, everybody. Good morning. I know the videos are off, but if everybody can turn their videos on, it would be awesome because I think face-to-face connection would help Carol to do her tapping even better. Today, Carol, I'm going to introduce you just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to let you introduce the EFT method. Thanks, Hillary, for turning it on.
Hi, Hillary.
So for today's meeting, our guest speaker is Carol, and Carol she started her journey as a nurse and then migrated into being the CEO of her health and wellness company. And her focus is on healthy lifestyle and stress management, correct, Carol?
Yes.
Right. And today, Carol is going to walk us through something called tapping, and I'm not sure how many of you have actively done or included tapping in your daily lives. It's also called the EFT method. And Carol, I'm going to let you take over from here. Okay. Just introduce a little bit about who you are, what you do, and also how EFT can even benefit parents, adults, and how it could be very meaningful as a resource for our teachers and for our kids in the community.
Absolutely, yes. Well, thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. And I am excited to be with you because I actually, in my past life, I not only was a nurse, but I also was a classroom teacher, middle school, and had the joy of teaching that age group. They are a challenge. But what I've found in my career, I've always, I actually shifted from nursing into education because I saw the value of preventing some of the things that happen to people with their health. And I was not in a position to do that as a nurse. So as a health educator, that was my opportunity then to do some teaching. And I actually transitioned from the bedside nursing into becoming a school nurse. So I know the school environment. I was a nurse in that environment, teaching and supporting families and helping kids for a number of years. And then I did get a master's in health education and transitioned into the classroom to be a teacher. So I've had that experience. I know what you go through. I know what it's like. And over my career, however, the area of wellness really grabbed a hold of me. That was my passion. So whatever I've done, wherever I've worked, it's always been in that role as a wellness professional, trying to help people have better lives. What I've also learned about myself in the process is that I'm one of those high energy bunnies, and my brain is always going. And so I would get myself really stressed out all the time just because I was like this. And I started having headaches and I couldn't get rid of them. And drugs don't work at that point. And so I was taught some biofeedback on how to see, what's going on with this headache. And I was looking at a screen, an oscilloscope, and I could see the muscle activity, very erratic. And I was taught by a counselor how to calm that down. And so that with feedback, a picture to look at, I could relax myself and watch that screen just kind of get into a nice wave. And I thought, wow, this is powerful. Not a drug. It's me doing that. So because of that experience, I really was enthralled with stress management techniques. How do they work? What do they feel like? So believe me, I've tried them all. And they all work depending on who you are. We all find what works for us. Well, because I have this busy brain, I finally landed on tapping, which is called emotional freedom technique. Why did that work for me? Because I had something to do physically while I was relaxing. And that's what my brain needs, is engagement in something other than just sitting there and focusing on a word or a vision or anything like that. Excuse me. So I really like tapping. And so I'm trying to share it with everybody I can. And so that's what we want to do today. Tapping is actually a combination of Eastern and Western medicine. Eastern medicine, they use acupressure points. If you tap on those points, your body can relax. In Western medicine, if you talk out your issues, we talk, we can feel better. So you put those two together and you have the technique of tapping. And basically, you're going to tap. And before I show you how to do it, I do want to show you a resource that I like that might be useful for you. And I'll share. And this is something you might want to write down, this website. It's thetappingsolution.com. This, I don't get any benefit from this other than I really like what they're doing. They have videos and things to show you when you're learning, but they also provide you with the data, the information that says this actually does work. You can reduce.
And it's free. It's free. Is it free, Carol, for people to use
the
this website? Okay.
The website is, certainly everything on here is accessible to you. It's
Okay.
up to you what you want to do, what you want to purchase or not. But what I do like is that they tell you, like, you can reduce your stress and anxiety by 41% with tapping. Now, that's pretty nice. Sounds like it's a deal to me to learn that. Okay, so let me just move this here. I'm going to go down to show you a few things. They do have an app. You have to purchase it. I don't know what it is per month, but if you wanted something to take with you, there is an app. So these are some of the things to think about with stress. It really impacts your health. It's linked to anxiety, weight gain, sleep problems, lack of motivation, chronic pain, stomach issues, depression. I think we know that stress really does make us sick. Tapping, however, can reduce stress, lower your stress hormone cortisol, improve your sleep, reduce anxiety, relieve pain, increase productivity. Now, if I said there was a drug that would do that for you, would you buy it immediately? There isn't. So I'm just saying that. But you have a pharmacy in you that can have that happen because of tapping. There's also research that shows that tapping calms the amygdala in the brain. It regulates your nervous system and it reduces stress and anxiety. And it boosts your immune system. And don't we need that right now? So just in case, this is Jessica. She can show you how to tap right there if you forget. Here's that app again. Tapping changes your DNA expression also. So it does reduce, like I said, the cortisol, it's 43% here. But you also want to think about, let me move real quick here. Think about some other uses why it would help you. If you're trying to lose weight and you've got those sugar or carb cravings, it helps. Amazing. You get a food craving and start tapping, and after 90 seconds, it'll go away because that's how long cravings last. So it gives you something to do during that craving. It also influences your gene expression, and as you're reading in that little paragraph, generally immunity genes were upregulated. Your immunity improved, Well, inflammation genes were downregulated. And inflammation is basically the cause of most of our chronic diseases. There's also a book you can get. These little advertisements snuck in here. Now, adults and kids. Here it is. It is a long-lasting treatment for anxiety, and they check brain scans to prove it. Burnout. If you know anybody going through burnout, particularly the frontline workers, a great tool for them to learn how to use. Kids with test anxiety, they can learn it. Now, you can imagine kids would love learning this, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
They would love it. Excuse me. The only caveat I have here is in the classroom, it's important for parents to know what the teacher is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just imagining this. If you don't let them know that you're teaching them this technique, they may say, oh, they're brainwashing my kid. Okay? My answer to that is no. This is a technique to let the body relax. So it's all on how you present it, because it isn't brainwashing at all. It's literally causing the body to relax. But I just put that out there. You never know. You know, you want to be very careful that your parents know what's going on, and can also say, yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you for that. I'll use that at home too, you know. Okay, there's that app again. Okay, PTSD has been improved for the veterans coming back with tapping. Sadly, there is a lot of trauma for kids in schools with the shootings and all of that awful stuff that goes on. Again, this is another tool that can help them manage that. A different world, isn't it? Okay, so what I'd like to show you, and I would love it if you'd go to this website when you have some time, because there is a list here on the bottom of all of the ways that tapping helps. And this list goes on forever, you know? So I want you to take a look, because that's how powerful this tool is. It works for so many things. And so if you go there and you look and see the list, you might find something that you're wrestling with. And literally, it will help a lot for most anything, because if you can get the body to relax, everything gets better. Everything. So anyway, was that helpful?
It was, Carol. I'm glad. I didn't realize that they had like so many different segments that you could click on and just address your problem.
Yes. You know, the other thing that I would suggest is that as we're doing this, think about what is an issue that I would like to tap about. Now, for me, it's always been headaches. I'm just going to do a script with you today that's just stress, because obviously everybody's stressed. But you can create your own scripts. So, I mean, if I wanted one just for headaches, I could just do it on headaches.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted one for my stomach hurts all the time, I could do it for that. My backache. I mean,
so maybe the teachers could do something very specific in the classroom based on what they are dealing with the kids. Right. And if she feels that there is anxiety or trauma or some form of, you know, motivational script that they could use.
Right. I remember I used to teach teachers, and so I always share this with them to use in the classroom. And one of the teachers said, you know, I used to team teach with this teacher, and whenever she wanted to bring the class to order.
Mhm.
They're being all noisy and everything. She'd stand up in front of them and just start doing this. And then they knew that that's what they had to do, stand up and do this. And she had the
Right.
class all calm, and how easy is that? So anyway, so are you ready to learn a little bit about this? Okay. What I'm going to do, first of all, since we're tapping on acupressure points, and I'll go through those points with you. So if you want to do it with me, just so you know where we are, I'll be saying top of the head, and you tap on the top of your head like that. And use your fingertips. You don't have to bang on yourself, just gently. Then I'm going to say eyebrow point. And then I'm going to say side of the eye. And I'll say under the eye. And I'll say under the nose. And I'll say chin. And I'll say collarbone. And then cross your arms and come under your armpits and tap there. And then I'm going to go back to the top of the head. And so that's a complete round, one round. We'll do several of those. So I will be saying that to you, and then you do that. I will also make a statement, and then you repeat it. So if I were to say, even though people around me may be feeling stressed, you would repeat it. Even though people around me may be feeling stressed. So we'll go back and forth like that all the way through. I say a statement, tell you where to tap, and then you repeat it. And then we do it all the way, all through all those points. Let's see what else. Oh, before we start, first of all, are there any questions? Does anybody have any? We're okay. Hillary.
Is it always in that sequence?
Yeah.
Every time? Always.
Just keeps going around.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else? Okay, so to begin, what I'd like you to do is get relaxed if you can in whatever you're doing. Laying down, well, laying down won't work so well, but sitting down, get comfortable in your chair, settle in, just loosen up. Just kind of let that chair hold you and you don't hold yourself. Don't, uncross your arms, uncross your legs, just settle in. And if you'd like to participate, just close your eyes. Again, if you feel like you don't want to participate, all you have to do is just sit there with your eyes closed and relax. Great. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and exhale. Take another deep breath, real slow. And as you exhale, just sink deeper and deeper into the chair. And take another deep breath. And exhale. And now while you're sitting there, I'd like you to just pay attention to what you're feeling right now before we start. Just notice anything. And I'd also like you to assess your level of stress on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 is no stress, 10, a lot of stress. Give yourself a number where you are right now. Okay, so we're going to begin. And we're going to start with the top of the head. So I will say to you, Oh, no, I'm sorry. We'll start with the eyebrow. Let's start with the eyebrows, okay? So I'm going to say, eyebrow point, start tapping, and repeat. Even though people around me may be feeling stressed, even though people around me may be feeling stressed, side of the eye, I stay calm. I stay calm. Under the eye, the calmer I feel, the more powerful I am. The calmer I feel, the more powerful I am. Under the nose, today I am conscious of how I react. Today I am conscious of how I react. Chin, I can take a step back. I can take a step back. Collarbone, I have a clear view of this situation. I have a clear view of the situation. Under the arms, I am resourceful. I am resourceful. Top of the head, this is easier than I thought. This is easier than I thought. Eyebrow point, as I react differently to the situation, as I react differently to the situation, side of the eye, the situation changes. The situation changes. Under the eye, what happens doesn't matter. What happens doesn't matter. Under the nose, it's how I respond that matters. It's how I respond that matters. Chin, I choose to be centered and calm. I choose to be centered and calm. Collarbone, I feel the inner strength inside of me. I feel the inner strength inside of me. Under the arm, I have an inner knowing. I have an inner knowing. Top of the head, that everything will be okay. That everything will be okay. Eyebrow points, no one can make me feel a certain way. No one can make me feel a certain way. Side of the eye, it's all my choice. It's all my choice. Under the eye, and I choose faith. And I choose faith. Under the nose, I choose joy. I choose joy. Chin, I choose laughter. I choose laughter. Collarbone, I choose love. I choose love. Under the arms, today I choose. Today I choose. Top of the head, what do I want this day to be like? What do I want this day to be like? Eyebrow point, today is a gift. Today is a gift. Side of the eye, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be alive. Under the eye, and to have this day, and to have this day. Under the nose, I refuse to waste it. I refuse to waste it. Chin, by complaining about what is. By complaining about what is. Collarbone, I choose to focus on what I create. I choose to focus on what I create. Under the arms, I create my reality. I create my reality. Top of the head, I choose wisely. I choose wisely. Eyebrow point, today I practice self-care. Today, I practice self-care. Side of the eye, I'm aware of my needs. I'm aware of my needs. Under the eyes, I take care of my body. I take care of my body. Under the nose, I take care of my mind. I take care of my mind. Chin, I stand strong in my power. I stand strong in my power. Collarbone, and I make decisions that serve me. And I make decisions that serve me. Under the arms, only I know what's right for me. Only I know what's right for me. Top of the head, and I take that step forward. And I take that step forward. Eyebrow point. I allow stress to leave my body with every exhale. I allow stress to leave my body with every exhale. Side of the eye. I'm confident in my abilities, whatever comes my way. I'm confident in my abilities, whatever comes my way. Under the eye. I release all these rules around happiness. I release all these rules around happiness. Stay under your eye. And I simply allow myself to be happy. And I simply allow myself to be happy. Under the nose. By choosing to appreciate all that I have. By choosing to appreciate all that I have. Chin. And focusing on what I desire to create. And focusing on what I desire to create. Collarbone. Today, I trust my intuition. Today, I trust my intuition. Under the arm. Something amazing is about to happen. Something amazing is about to happen. Top of the head. As I finally let go of this stress, as I finally let go of this stress, stay on top of the head, I'm aware of all the possibilities that this day holds. I'm aware of all the possibilities that this day holds. Okay, take a deep breath. Exhale. And just sit for a minute and pay attention to your body. What's going on? What do you notice? What is it like now compared to the way it was before you started? Are you noticing any sensations? And also now assess your level of stress using 0 to 10. 0 is no stress, 10 is a lot of stress. Give yourself a number. And then as we turn to our space and time, slowly open your eyes and readjust. Take a deep breath and stretch. And now those of you who are, that I can see anyway, raise your hand if your number went down from, between the 0 and 10. Did your number go down? Raise your hand. Those that I see have their hands up. Hopefully the others notice something. Hillary, Lisa, do you have any, did you notice anything? Did you notice any sensation?
I automatically felt a lot calmer. It was focusing on something that was separate from everything going on around me. It was just focusing on what the words you were saying, and the tapping just seemed to happen naturally. So I'm going to mute because my dog is very loud.
Even the doggy. Thank you. Hillary, what were you going to say?
Yeah, it was just a very relaxing exercise. Yeah, it felt very good. I mean, even just the deep breathing at the beginning, I felt really calm. I felt calm. That I feel like you should have asked us our stress level before the breaths, because I had it after the breaths and I was already feeling really relaxed. But yeah, it was very interesting. I didn't realize it felt a little long to me, but I think probably once you do it many times, then it doesn't feel long. But I wasn't thinking it was, I don't know. I think I was expecting it to be a little shorter, but not that it was that long, but it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Well, and the good news is that for your own self, if you were doing this, you can have short versions of that.
Right.
Like just like freaking out right now, I need a quick one, you know, you can do one round and the breathing is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, just that. It's like if we could just breathe.
I know. My watch sometimes tells me to breathe, and it's actually very helpful.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah, tells me to stand up, tells me to breathe. It's like we don't even need the brain anymore.
Yeah, true.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's something like holding the yoga poses for like just the 10 seconds longer makes so much more difference than just like quickly stretching and quickly getting up. And it's like a chore that you're doing. But when you start holding that space for a little longer, it helps. And I thought so too, Hillary, like in between my thoughts were like wandering off. But I was like trying to bring myself back and try to focus on your words, Carol. So, but yeah. I think the shorter version, we could start with the shorter version and then kind of like program ourselves to, you know, just stay longer in that moment.
Right. And that's part of the process of doing this, the practice, like you say, with yoga, the same thing. That we aren't used to being calm and quiet for at all, it seems like. So it would be, if that's too much for you, you could just do one round, say, I did it. And because what you'll find is you'll want to do more when you start experiencing the benefit. It'll be like, oh, I can't wait till I do that. And I know that I do this every day. I do it when I need it. If I have a headache, I can tap away a headache. But I so love the feeling when I'm done that motivates me to want to do it again or stay with the practice. Because I feel, you know, I can feel my energy, my chi flowing when I do this because I've been at it for a long time. And pretty soon you'll start seeing that happen, or you feel heavy. Your extremities get warmer because your circulation improves. All these different things start happening. And then you're like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to keep doing this.
How do you do it on your own? Do you follow something like on that app, or you just? You can, you know, subscribe to the app and then they have everything in there that you can choose from. For me, I was, I don't know why, this is before they had the app. Jessica Ortner, who is one of the founders of the Tapping Solution, she had created some of her audios of the routines that she does and eventually put them out on the internet. So that's what I did. I Googled Jessica Ortner relaxation or tapping relaxation audios or whatever that was, and they're there. So then I recorded it on my phone. So that goes with me everywhere. Got it.
Yeah. Because I like to follow someone as opposed to reading my script to myself. That'll still work, but it's not the same.
Right.
I'm trying to think like high schoolers who always have their phones on them. And even when they're walking into classroom, there are some teachers who take it away and some teachers, you know, give them the ownership that, okay, you be responsible if you want to pull out your phone and text or not. And I was thinking if something like tapping for them would just kind of, you know, just even for 10 minutes for them not to be connected on social media would be so beneficial, you know, just to challenge them. 10 minutes, no phones.
Right. Well, and even, you know, as they don't want to give up their phone, just say, okay, I want you to figure this out. go record that tapping thing on your phone. We're all going to do the same thing at the same time. And I'll play my phone for the class. But I mean, maybe it just says to them, oh, here's a tool on my phone that I could use when I feel kind of stressed out. Maybe we should just train them that way. Everything's on the phone now.
Right. No, great.
Yeah.
I know this is so good. I think we could all benefit from this, just to take out the little me time and do this.
Makes a big difference if you can, throughout your day, your stress level just keeps going up. So if you can find moments where you say, okay, 10 minutes, I'm going to tap, and your stress level will go like this and it'll level out. And then it'll go climb again. But if we can do that little stops along the way during the day for stress management, timeout, self-care, your day is going to go better. You're just going to feel better.
Right. Hillary, which school do you represent?
Charlottewood.
Charlottewood. Do you think parents would be willing, or the teachers would be willing to do something like that with the kids, or?
That's a very good question. I don't know, to be honest. I don't feel like I have a good feel, because everything's been online as far as parent involvement this year. I don't really feel like I have a good grasp on, that kind of stuff with the school.
Right.
And they don't seem to, unlike the high schools, it doesn't seem like there's like finals week and that kind of stress. The tests are just kind of interspersed, and assignments are interspersed. Thank gosh. I'm like, thank goodness. I'm not looking forward to that whole stress of high school. But when I was in high school, I actually remember we used to do, I forget, it has a name, but we used to have these like relaxation things before finals, where we would we would lie down and go through the body and tense it up and relax it. I forget what that's called, but
progressive relaxation.
Yeah, there you go. So that was like 30 years ago. So
yeah, that was my go-to.
But I went to like a very progressive high school. I felt like I don't know that a lot of high schools were doing that kind of stuff, but
you're right.
It was very helpful, and we all got really into it. I mean, I don't know that we were given a choice, but I don't think we all, we had to close our eye. I don't think there was a lot of giggling and, goofing off, but I could imagine in a middle school classroom with them sitting there like this, that they'd all be like afraid about other people watching them. And, I'm just so aware of my daughter. She's in 6th, of just like, she's just so concerned about what other people are thinking about her. So, but I think she would enjoy doing it at home, so maybe it's just a school to teach, kind of that they can do on their own, or go in the bathroom and do it, because I don't know that they realistically would do it in the classroom, but doesn't hurt to try.
Well, and
that's a good point. Yeah.
If the parents could learn it,
right,
and see the value of it in the home for their children, maybe that might then spill on to the classroom. I don't know, but your target, you work with parents, right?
Yeah.
So you might as well just say, hey, would you like to relax?
Yeah.
We have an idea.
I was thinking throughout the whole process, I was thinking to myself that it would be such a great way to start the day,
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Just with all the like affirmations too, of just how to start it off instead of, looking straight at your phone. I'm constantly trying to figure out what should I do to start my day that, I don't have a ton of time, right. Cause you're got to get ready and everything. But instead of just looking straight at the news on my phone or my email or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now. Is when you get up in the morning, have something right now that you can either read or listen to while you're just getting out of bed, and your brain is still relaxed and in a zone, and just sort of fill it up at that point so that you can start your day off in a relaxed fashion.
Yeah.
That's true. Something like a journal, but this would be more because then journals sometimes bring about so many more thoughts into your head, and sometimes negative, sometimes positive. So maybe something like this would be better, that we don't bring about all the negative aspects of the what
Right.
is coming in the day.
Well, and almost in a way, journaling would be great at the end of the day.
Mhm.
You kind of
True.
just dump it out of you onto paper. But in
Right.
the morning, you're trying to
Right.
fill up with really good start stuff. Maybe that would be the way to handle the journaling.
Right.
Yeah,
Carol, there's Pragna.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, no, there's one of the other parent volunteers who's Pragna, who has to leave, but she says, thank you so much for this experience. So I think all of us here, and I think people who watch your recording would really, really appreciate this.
Great. But, check that, Google
Yeah.
that relaxation, EFT audios that you can, and you can get a recorder, or I have a little recorder on my phone. And all I do is
Yes.
play it, and I just record it right on my phone, and then I'm set.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I mean, of
just
course, I could buy it. But no, I'm too cheap. I'd rather get the free one.
That works. That's a good idea, just to record it
Yeah.
on the phone and then have it in the morning, and you're not looking for any websites early in the morning. You're just like quickly
Yeah.
just hitting the play on your phone.
Yep, that's what I do.
That would work.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much, Carol. I think, Lisa, did we? Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Well, I love this, and
So
I
good.
hope that that you try it anyway, because it has made a big difference because of, like I said, my busy brain, and I know a lot of people have that. And so you're busy doing this, but your body is saying, hey, this feels
Yeah.
good.
Right.
And do you still do health coaching, Carol?
Yes, ma'am. Ankita does the same thing. We do the work. We're out there trying to help people be healthy. You know what I wanted to mention to you? I don't know if you're looking for anything to help, but I have this favorite product that I use. It's called Comm Response. Have you ever shared that, Ankita?
No.
It's I don't have one right here, but it's a balm stick that is essential oils. And I just put it under here, and that wafts up, it kind of warms up and wafts over me, and it's another way to keep me relaxed. So just something like that, a tool that easy, you can carry with you. Just think about that. And, Ankita, I know you have access to those too, but I think we need tools to relax. We really do. And so I always want everybody to know there are ways.
That's true. That's true. Have the intention to relax, I think.
Yeah.
Not keep running around.
Yes.
That's good. No, thank you so much, Carol. And I'll be happy to share this video with everybody, and have all the other parent volunteers have a little relaxation me time with you watching your video. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you all. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.